Let me introduce colleagues who are here. We have Mr. Chitinguzwa from the Zimbabwe Lawyers for Human Rights. Then we have Mr. Mlilo from the Combined Harare Resident Association, that's CRA. We were also supposed to be having a representative from Chitres, that is the Chitungwiza Residents and Ratepayers Trust, Mr. Muroi. When I spoke to him, he was still on his way from Chitungwiza. We hope and trust he will be here before we finish the proceedings. But otherwise, CRA, the Zimbabwe Lawyers for Human Rights, ZIMRIGHTS, which is also represented here in the audience, are working together on this one, the issue of representing the rights of residents whose homes are being destroyed under the pretext that they are illegal structures. So Mr. Mlilo will be reading the statement once it is here, but I think he can start, or maybe we can just start by giving Mr. Chitinguzwa some time for some remarks as we await the statement.
Okay, that's fine. Good morning, colleagues. I think as you await the statement, what I might just bring to your attention now, maybe some of the interventions that we are looking at from a litigation point of view as Zimbabwe Lawyers for Human Rights. I think we are all familiar with Section 74 of the Constitution of Zimbabwe, which provides that there shall not be any arbitrary eviction or demolition of homes without a court order. It's quite clear this new constitution came into being on the 19th of May 2013, and it is the supreme law of the land, and it provides how, if at all, properties should be destroyed or people should be evicted. It's quite apparent that in Greater Harare, in Chitungwiza, in Epworth, from the visits that we've had there, from the people that we've discussed with, that there are no court orders that have been sought by the Ministry of Local Government. And it's quite apparent that the actions that are being taken by the state are being done outside the constitutional framework and therefore illegal. What we've done is we wrote letters to the Ministry of Local Government prior to these demolitions, and the letters were ignored. They've proceeded to purportedly act in terms of the urban and town planning regulations, which of course are a law that is below the Constitution, making the interventions very unlawful. We filed agent chamber applications both for the demolitions that are happening in Epworth and those in Chitungwiza, and one of the matters has been set down tomorrow, and it's coming before Justice Matons. But the worrying things, and I'm sure my colleagues will expand on that, is it appears that the demolitions will be expanded. We've heard that notices have been sent to Oplik, Lenora and other areas, and the wheels are moving very fast, and we are just trying from a litigation point of view to stop these evictions and demolitions in line with the new constitutions, and there are other advocacy issues that are on the table. Having said that, I see that the statement is here, and I will be able to expand on what I've just said now when the question time arises. But I think Mr. Mlilo can read the statement and we can pick it up from there.
Okay. Thank you, Zim. The statement is almost similar to the statement that we read last week. The Harare Metropolitan Province is composed of almost about 8 resident associations. So we have come together as a resident association, and we are approaching this issue as a province because it affects Greater Harare. But also because of development that have taken place, we've also partnered with the Media Center, the Zimbabwe Lawyers for Human Rights, and ZIMRIGHTS on this issue. So I will read the statement, which also shows some of the actions that we have already taken. The Harare Metropolitan Residents Forum, HAMREF, in partnership with Zimbabwe Lawyers for Human Rights, the ZIMRIGHTS and the Media Center, are deeply concerned with the continued housing demolitions taking place in Chitungwiza, Epworth and Seke. The move by the Chitungwiza and Epworth municipalities, backed by the apparent Minister of Local Government, is in direct violation of the residents' constitutional right to shelter, a situation that deeply, clearly displays the failure by our policymakers to adhere to the rule of law. We also note with concern the attempted demolitions in Harare, which were resisted by residents in Glenora. We are reliably informed that the Harare City Council is heavily divided on this issue, and there is no clear policy on how to proceed with this matter. We note with concern that the Minister of Local Government, as well as the concerned local authorities, have not taken any notable correctional measures against the perpetrators of the current housing chaos. The land management and allocation audit, which was commissioned for Chitungwiza by the Minister of Local Government, clearly states the names of the land barons who were behind the illegal occupation and allocation of land in Chitungwiza and the surrounding areas. However, instead of dealing with perpetrators, the municipality is channeling its mega resources towards demolishing illegal housing structures, illegal in courts, leaving helpless residents without any shelter. The audit report, which was released in November 2013, also has clear recommendations, chief among them being the need by the municipality to come up with a plan to relocate the affected residents before demolishing their present shelter. The move to demolish houses without offering affected residents alternative shelter is a criminal activity, to say the least. It suffices to say that the Ministry of Local Government, together with the Chitungwiza Municipality, the Epworth Town Board, have been accomplices to this crime. Council employees and councillors were involved in the illicit land deals. It took the council management and the ministry not less than 5 years to discover that more than 200 houses have been built without proper approval. It is shocking to note that such gross irregularities are displayed in a public institution that is supposed to be professional and is under the supervision of a fully-fledged government ministry. HAMREF and its partners strongly condemns the ongoing demolitions and will not sit and allow residents to suffer while the real criminals go scot-free. We maintain that the demolitions are illegal for the following reasons, chief among them, which have already explained by my colleague from ZLHR. The demolitions in Chitungwiza and Epworth come against a court order granted by the Chitungwiza magistrate courts in favor of residents represented by our partner, the Chitungwiza Residents Trust, on the 24th of April 2014. On the 27th of June 2014, the municipality approached the High Court under the case number HC 23114, seeking an order to demolish the so-called illegal houses. But before being granted permission to do so, the local authorities proceeded to implement the illegal ventures. The Bill of Rights in Chapter 4 of the Constitution clearly states that the citizens have the right to freedom of arbitrary eviction. It defies logic to note that the authorities who have the obligation to protect that right are the ones violating it. In light of the above situation which we have articulated, Residents Association and their partners, ZIM Lawyers, Media Center, and the ZIMRIGHTS have taken the following actions to resist the illegal demolitions. We have already petitioned the head of state, President Mugabe, to defend the constitution, which is being violated for obvious political reasons. We implored the president to defend the right to shelter and stop these illegal demolitions. They've already communicated to us that they received the petition which was sent to His Excellency the President. We have already approached the High Court with support from Zimbabwe Lawyers for Human Rights, seeking an order to stop the demolitions until affected residents are relocated, offered alternative accommodation. This was filed also in partnership with our partners, Chitungwiza, and as we've been informed, the matter is set for tomorrow. We have reported to the police and petitioned Commissioner Shiwuri to act on the criminal malcontents behind the contempt of court, because some of these demolitions happened at 2 a.m. in the morning. So when you go to Chitungwiza municipality, you will not get anyone who takes responsibility for those demolitions. So we believe that they are a criminal activity. We have also sought audience with the Mayor of Harare, Councillor Ben Manyenyemi, in order to find an amicable resolution to the threat of demolitions in Harare. But the Mayor has already come out in the open that he is not in support of demolition. So Harare municipality is divided on the policy alternative to take with regards to this issue. We will also petition the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission to intervene and protect residents from this blatant violation of their rights. Lastly, but most importantly, if the leadership of the country, including the president and the police, are unable to protect us from criminal activity, we are ready to mobilize for community resistance. Residents will not fold their hands and allow the municipality to destroy their homes. This is the end of our statement. Thank you.
Maybe there are questions and need for clarification from members of the press. We will take the first round. Or maybe before that, you want to add something?
I think for now it's fine. You can take the message. Yes.
My question is regards to the President's petition. From the President's office, who responded to your petition in particular?
We do not know who responded, we do not know who in particular, but we know that the Office of the President confirmed the receipt of the petition. Because we sent our officers from CRAB, who are the Secretariat of HAMREF, to take the petition to the Office of the President and confirm the receipt. So we have a letter which is stamped from the Office of the President confirming that the petition has been received.
The Constitution remains a piece of paper unless and until the leadership wants to follow it. And now you say you said that you just said that you resort maybe to mass action or so protests. What reform of protection would you maybe promise people in the event that the rebellion is thwarted?
We do not want to let the rebellion, but what we will do is we will defend our homes. As we have seen in Glenora and other areas, residents have defended their homes. It is the duty of the government in fact the President, to defend the Constitution. But like we clearly point out, we have taken all measures possible to follow the law. We have reported to the police, we have petitioned the commissioner, we have gone to the courts. So if all these avenues do not seem to give us light, it means that our leadership and in fact the law does not protect us. So we will take alternative means to defend our homes. And to answer your question directly, we do not, I cannot promise anyone any protection because I don't have protection. But what I can say is that we will defend our homes.
Plus, it has to be noted that, like we've said, there cannot be a person who can approach your house and destroy it without a court order in terms of the Constitution. So if somebody does that, then it means that person is a robber or somebody who is about to commit a criminal act, and they surely have a right to stop that person from doing it. If it's a state official or a person who's come from a state institution, then they should be aware of the Constitution and follow its provisions. So the residents do have a right to stop somebody coming into their private property without any court order in terms of the law, to stop that person from doing that. They don't seem to be okay.
Tomorrow, the issue will be before the court. And if judges may postpone, they may reserve judgment, and the councils may continue destroying. What alternative measures may be available in that scenario?
I think it goes back to what Mfundo said. The reason for approaching the court is not to get an order that says the reason of approaching the court is to ensure that they okay. I think, yeah, okay, no, that's fine. I thought there was some for wanting to destroy the press conference. So, yeah, what we are saying is it's the litigation route is just but one of the routes that we are taking as law-abiding citizens of Harare. And whether the judgment is reserved or granted tomorrow, it does not take away the right of residents to protect their property from criminal malconduct. But what it does is it reinforces what the Constitution already says. And in case state institutions are not aware or do not appreciate the implications of their actions, then it's for the court to direct them to do that. But it does not take away any other rights that the citizens already have and are free and at liberty to exercise.
As residents, who is in charge of this? I mean, these demolitions. Is it the councillors or is it the management?
It's difficult to say. Our understanding is that, for example, in Harare or in Chitungwiza, the leadership is elected, who are the councillors, take the leadership role of that area. But as you may appreciate, that our local authorities have bureaucrats who are the councillors, who are the municipalities, who are more powerful in many instances than those who are supposedly supposed to be the leadership. So if you go to town halls, like we have spoken to Mayor Manyenyeni, he will tell you that it's not council policy that they demolish the structures. But then at the same time, if you talk to the bureaucrats, they will tell you that that's illegal. Those are illegal structures. So clearly you can tell that it is the bureaucrats that are pushing these demolitions against even the will of some of the elected councillors. That's why when you go to council, Chitungwiza, you will not find a single person, right? Currently, who takes responsibility for the demolitions that have already taken place. Maybe that's what also informs the reason why we petitioned the president, because there seems to be a lot of politics surrounding this whole issue. So we petitioned the head of state to defend the constitution.
We seem not to be having any further. So on that understanding, I think that brings to an end the press conference. Thank you, colleagues, for coming, and thank you to our guests for the address.